I think there is an idea that blackness is only taken and only received in a certain box, in a certain viewpoint. And when you break out of that, people don't know how to deal with that. When I go on radio shows, it's almost like they don't expect to see me come in, because my music is quite alternative and like indie. But I think they expect this R&B thing that I'm like, that's not me. So I think blackness is expected in certain boxes. If you're not doing R&B, you're not doing grime, you're not doing hip hop, people don't know where to put you. So for me, that's been the thing to kind of navigate. It's kind of been weird, but yeah. Where do I start? My name is Kumi. I'm a Nigerian who lives in Manchester now, and I've just competed on The Voice UK.
If tomorrow is Judgment Day, and I'm standing on the front line,
tell them, come on!
and the Lord asked me what I did with my life, I will say, I spent it with you.
A lot of people will say, oh, I started singing when I was like 2 or whatever. I didn't start singing properly until I was like 16, and that kind of got nurtured in church. So I used to play drums, and then my choir director was like, she heard me sing one time and she was like, you can actually do this. I think I've always loved music, but I never really had like the motivation to do it until I got validated in that way. No one can, you can't pay for the kind of coaching that you get from a legend like Tom Jones. That was, you know, I think one of the biggest takeaways from me. The process was very respectful, very great. I learned so much from other singers and other artists that were on the show. But I think for me, it's just the fact that I went in there kind of doubting myself a little bit, and then I left the show just more affirmed in my gift and knowing that I can actually do this. I'm not just lying to myself. You know, sometimes like friends and family can gas you up and be like, ah, you're sick. And it's like, but you're really not. So I made sure I wanted to go in there in a professional setting and just actually test myself and challenge myself. And I think I did. And I'm a better artist, I'm a better man after it. So yeah. Over lockdown, I think I wrote about 8 songs, maybe like 4 of them are good. But in that process, it was a challenge for myself to write out other people's perspectives. So I wrote a lot of, you know, like breakup songs. I'm single, like I'm single to stupor, right? I'm very single, but I don't have any relationship to pull from. But it was interesting to be able to kind of like pull from my friends' conversations and their stuff. So that's been interesting. But I'll say music always starts it, and then I have like a, you know, viewpoint. I start from there and work my way through, and then I don't force it as well. So once I've got the chords down, I kind of have like an idea going. I can go back to it like in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, in 6 months when lyrics flow. I just wrote a song about Boris Johnson, and I don't think it's gonna like it.
Lift up your voices now, sing praises unto God, for all the things that He has done, all for it all to Him. He is the morning sun. Sing praises unto God.
COVID-19 was, and still is, I think we're all dealing with it in our own different ways. But I felt guilty during lockdown for the first few weeks because it didn't hit me as much, because I realized during lockdown I enjoy my solitude. I'm fine with not doing much with people and staying in my bubble. And in that bubble, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about, you know, the world. I did so much, you know, self-learning and research into things that I wanted to do before. I was able to learn new things. Also, on a personal level, I lost 2 people to COVID. And it's hard when you have to go to a funeral on a Zoom. That, like, the reality of it is, you know, it's, for some people, it seems like it's fiction. It seems like it's the news, it's the propaganda. But for me, I know it's real. It affected me on a personal level, but I think on a large scale, looking at the world and seeing how people didn't really take it serious, but then seeing the reality of it, it's a lot. I don't know what word the words to use. It's been a lot. 2020 is just cancelled for me at this point. I think, like, it's just it's a trial year. But 2021, let's go. I've just come off The Voice, and with that has come, you know, a lot more people, a lot more eyes on my music, and a lot of people expecting something, expecting releases from me. I'm working on an EP at the moment, trying to get that out. I've been trying to figure out what my message is, what my viewpoint is, what am I trying to say to the world, and I think I've kind of got it. I think I've got what angle I'm going with. Empowering people, I think, is like my mission. Through music, through my existence, so many people are silenced, so many people feel that they're not enough, or they need to attain this certain level of success to be. And I just realized that's all nonsense. We're all in this world and we're all in this journey together. Why not allow and let people enjoy that journey and be their best selves? So that's my mission, I think, at the moment. 2021, I think you should be expecting an EP from me, and possibly touring where we can do that with that EP. But yeah, more music.